A wild GOG cast has appeared. Nintendo used Pokopia. It's super effective. Let's dive into our early thoughts on the newest spin on the Pokemon formula. Is it a mega evolution? A magical mashup of some of our favorite game series? The cutest thing we've ever played? Stay tuned and we'll find out.
Get ready for the Girls on Games podcast, your weekly dose of news, reviews, and everything video games. Always served with a good helping of hype and just a pinch of salt. And now, your host, Leah.
Hello and welcome to another Girls on Games podcast. My name is Leah. I'm the host of this show. This is episode number 532, and I'm only stopping playing Pokemon Pokopia in order to record this podcast, and then I'm going right back to it.
Rude.
I'm joined around this digital table by other Pokopia player, Joelle. Hey, what's up?
Yo, yo, yo. I was just going to say something of like, hey, Leah, I really enjoy this podcast so much, and I think you're the greatest person ever. Here is a treat.
Here are some stone or some honey or some vines. And then Kat, who is very jealous that she doesn't have a Switch 2 right now and is debating whether or not she's going to buy it.
Fucking wavering over here, bud.
Sitting on the fence. All right, let's get through some housekeeping before we get into the full show. We'd like to remind you that if you enjoy this here podcast, you can subscribe to it. It's available on Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Podbean. If you'd like to support us, you can do that by going to our Ko-fi. That's ko-fi.com/girlsongames. Ladies, I am not going to lie. Pokopia is going to become my personality, so I don't have much to say about what I've been doing this past week. I mean, I watched one video the night before because I kind of decided I wanted to go kind of dark, and I got so excited that Mike was like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh
But
no.
That's it. It's become my personality. What have you ladies been up to this week? Kat?
Yo, how did I wait this long to go to K Barbecue? I'm gonna be honest.
Oh yeah. But you did it the right way because you had so many people that you had like a smorgasbord of things to try.
Exactly, because that place is not all you can eat, but they have a rule where you have to order at least one meat or vegan protein,
right,
and then one veggie at the bare minimum.
Okay.
But I mean, I was there with like work folks, so we got into work mode. Like the programming lead was like, all right, everybody pick one. And then he started making a list on his phone. And then he handed his phone to the lady and she was like, yep, drinks. And then we ordered drinks and she was like, see you in 5 minutes. It was so good. And then, because you have the grill in the middle of the table, then like the programming lead and one Pascal, his name, and then John, one a UI programmer who's Korean and who's very like familiar with this cuisine and this type of restaurant. They both kind of like man the grill. And at first we were like, "Yo, who wants to grill?" And John was like, "Me, I'm always grilling." He's like, "K barbecue, pit, campfire, whatever." He was like, "I'm the grill man," and we were like, "Say less," because I was like, I'm the cook at home, right? I do the food shop, I do the planning, I do a lot of the cooking. So that night they were like, "Just sit down and eat," and I was like, "This greatest night of my fucking life." And then we ordered, and there was no food restrictions. One of our colleagues, he's Muslim, but he's like, I eat pork. And he was like, thank you. And then, we sat in the restaurant. He looked at the time. He was like, all right, I can break my fast.
Oh, right. Because it's Ramadan, isn't it?
Yeah. He's doing Ramadan. So we were like, oh, damn. He's like, no, I follow the sunset of Canada. Like this shit ends at 6:30.
Well, especially now we just had the time change. So now he's got to even change it up a little bit.
Yeah. And he was telling me that Ramadan kind of like moves throughout the year. And he said in a year or two, it's going to be like somewhere around Christmas. I was like, that's when the days are the shortest.
Yeah.
He was like, yep. Anyway, so it was delicious. Really enjoyed it. That place had good quality meat. Shout out to my colleagues that scoped it. And at the end of the day, we were on budget because, again, like I said, we were there to spend our team activity budget.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to my colleague that never shows up to these things, because on paper he was there. So
Amazing.
we got an extra $40. But yeah, so we ate a lot. We drank a bit of soju. And I think that goes to show that you're like, I'm still young. I'm still fun. I was fucked up on Friday. Like, I wasn't even all that drunk or anything. I don't know if it's the meat sweats or whatever. But Friday was hard.
It's the good food high.
It was a good food high. Coming home a bit late.
Yeah.
Also, that's why last week's episode, instead of coming out Thursday night, came out Friday morning, because
they were on your case, Kat.
They sure were.
Channel.
I was like,
they were like,
holy cow.
"Where's the podcast?
Where's the pod? No pod.
Like,
No
let
pod,
me
huh?
get to that."
I think it's because I'm so like on schedule that when the pod's not out, it's more like a wellness check.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because if we plan to not do a podcast, we usually post early enough that people know not to expect it. But
and I had this idea that I would be home like early enough for me to do it. But I was home early-ish because like we only had the table for 2 hours. So like, you know, like I was home a bit after 8:30. But like I was like, the first thing I need to do is shower because I feel like I smell like grease. I feel greasy. And so I took a shower, and after I took the shower, I was like, oh my God, I need to go to bed like right the fuck now. Like I am exhausted. It's also been a very busy and exhausting week at work. So just I drank like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 small glasses of soju. I didn't feel it that much, but I was like, the tiredness hit me first. So that's why I was like, I'll post it tomorrow morning when I get up. And it's the only good thing I did Friday. The rest of the day, I just struggle through my workday. I'll be honest. The good thing I had some mindless tasks to do, because if not, I would have. I think I would have called. Like if I would have logged in and be like, "Hey, so we need you to really think about these things," I would be like, "That's a sick day." But I had stuff on my task that was just like, all right, I have the design. I just need to like prepare the textures, export them, get them in the engine. So that can be like mindless, like a lot of just babysitting Photoshop action. So I was like, thank God. But all that to say, fucking loved it. I told Pascal we need to go together. He needs to experience that, and if we go together, then we can still order a shit ton of meat because he's going to be there eating it.
Oh yeah. Pascal can put away some food.
Yeah, I think between like the two of us, we could order like 4 cuts of meat and probably finish it off.
Joelle, what were you up to besides playing Pokopia?
Well, it was my birthday.
That is true.
On Wednesday.
Happy belated.
Thank you. It's crazy. I'm just like, what happened last week? I'm like, oh my gosh, I had my birthday. This is wild. But yeah, I had my birthday on the 4th, and Brian took me to Manny's Steakhouse, which apparently like is in the top 10 steakhouses, I guess, like in the country. I didn't know that when we went, but I know it was like a really fancy pants, like expensive steakhouse, and I had never been. And it was a surprise. And so we went, and it was so good, and it was so fun. It was very expensive. I was just like, woo.
It's your birthday.
I know.
That's what birthdays are for.
Yeah. I know. We've never spent that much on a meal, but my steak was perfect. Like, I honestly think it was like perfect. I think that's one of the best steaks I tried to look back, and I'm like, what other steak have I had that like is this good? And I couldn't really think of one. And then they have their own twist on like old fashions. We had old fashions, and we got the Caesar salad to split. And like, that shit was like real Caesar in-house made dressing with the anchovies, because they gave you an anchovy like on top. And that anchovy, like I was like, this is superior. Like it was so good. It wasn't like any of the tinny or fishy flavor. It was so good. So we had that. And then we got steaks and 2 sides, the asparagus with hollandaise sauce. And these asparagus were like mini trees.
Hollandaise sauce on asparagus?
Yeah, that's pretty common to have like
I
on the
didn't know
side.
that.
Yeah, to have like asparagus with hollandaise sauce, and the hollandaise sauce was so good. I'm just like, this is like what every hollandaise sauce should taste like. It's just so. It was it was perfection. And we got mashed potatoes that are made with like whole milk and butter and chives and shredded cheddar cheese. And then she's like, oh, and we put bacon on top. Okay, this is not just like your like bacon bits.
It's like pancetta.
It was smoked. Yeah, it was like smoked pork belly. Like
Lovely.
wow. That was what was on top of the mashed potatoes. I was just like, this is insane. It was wonderful service. It was super good food. I'm like, now I want to go back and try everything, but I don't have the budget for that because the steaks were about $100 a pop. So
Woo!
like, yeah,
Some
it was
good meat.
Yeah,
wow.
It was. I was like, woof, it was a lot. But it was delicious. And then they gave me it was a free complimentary chocolate cake with like a fudge mousse with homemade whipped cream on top. And she was so funny because she got to the table and then she poured like hot fudge over it. And she was like, I hope you like chocolate. And I was like, I don't. I'm like, I don't like chocolate.
You don't?
No, I don't really like chocolate that much.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's not really my thing. But I ate the mousse. I actually liked the mousse. I thought the mousse was I was like, this is good. And then with the homemade like whipped cream, because I was like, oh, I was just like, I can't believe that I'm eating this. So
yeah,
I feel very lucky.
Chocolate is good when it's well made and not too sweet. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not a huge. I mean, it's just not really my thing. I just don't. I'm not a sweet person, like to begin with. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the sweet stuff, but anyway, it was free, and by that point, I'm like, I kind of don't care because we had already spent enough. I'm like, that's fine. I'll take that.
Lovely.
And then we also went out on Friday for my birthday, and that partied a little too hard. Yeah, learned I was like, oh, because I had to get up and walk the dog on, get up with the dog on Saturday, and I was like, oh, like this is what this is like. So I was like, all right, lesson learned. But we had a really good time. We closed out a bar and like it was fun. And then Saturday I went to a fly fishing seminar, which I thought was very good. It was really interesting, and they talked about fly fishing an area in southern Minnesota. Like it's like the intersection between Illinois and Wisconsin and Minnesota. And it's called the Driftless area. And I guess there's just a ton of fishing routes there. So went to like a little seminar on like how to best approach fishing in that area, and just kind of did some errands and stuff. So it was busy week, lots going on, and we Sunday recovered, and Ripley and I napped most of the day.
Nice. Love that.
On the couch, just napping away. And then I finally got in some solid, like, Pokopia time. So definitely got some time to play in there too. So
wicked. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. First, let's get through the Fantasy Critic. So, big games released over the past week. On the podcast league, the only game that was on a roster was Pokémon Pokopia, and they got a critic of 88, points of 18, and it was on my list. There was some actions in the bidding. Mina the Howler was won by Kat with a bid of $5. The Duskbloods was won by Joelle with a bid of $1. Vampire Crawlers was won by Joelle with a bid of $1. And Marvel's Wolverine was picked up for $2 by Joelle. There were no drops this week. Marvel's Wolverine was still available on our list?
No, you know what I did? Because I was silly goose. I I saw it was counterpicked, but I was looking at the wrong profile. And so I dropped it because I thought I had counterpicked it, and I saw a release date for it. So I dropped it, and then I bought it again. But I lost my super drop. So I was actually going to message you and wondered if I could get it back. Or
Wait, does that mean I lost my counterpick for that?
I don't think so. Or did you? I don't know.
You have a counterpick in the other game, the other league.
I'm pretty sure I counterpicked Wolverine.
No, you have unannounced The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake.
Oh, then I must.
Oh no, that's in the other one. Never mind.
No,
that's in the other
it's still there. Marvel's
still
Wolverine is still my counterpick.
Fascinating. Okay.
I hope it does that.
I know. I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, I looked at the wrong box, and I was like, shit. I was like, bid. I was like, $2. I was just like, $2. Let's just make sure to get it.
Oh my gosh.
So I picked it back up.
Joelle, no more closing down bars.
I know.
It would have been past that though, because you.
I just got.
That would have been Saturday. So
I got confused.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us. On the Community League, we had 4 games released. First off, Marathon on Pat's list. Unfortunately, it has not enough reviews yet, so we're just waiting to see what kind of pops off there. And I think that's all because it came out that week. Nobody could have early access to it.
Yeah.
Pokemon Pokopia was on Joelle's list. Critic of 88, points of 18. Counter-picked by Ross.
Oh, no.
Oh, Ross, that's going to burn.
That's going to hurt you, man.
Yeah. Nevergrave, The Witch and the Curse on Jessica Starr's list. Critic of 76, points of 6. And then Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf. Critic of 84, points 14. And that's for Offshore Meteor.
Solid.
In the bids, Lords of the Fallen was won by Offshore Meteor with a bid of $12. Phoenix tried to get it, but did not succeed. Publisher was outbid. Screamer was won by Ross with a bid of $1. And in Combini, one store, many stories. Oh, I'm curious. Now we need to look up what this is. But was won by Phoenix with a bid of $2. What is in Combini? One store, many stories. All right.
A Combini is a convenience store in Japan, isn't it?
Oh,
like a bodega or a dépanneur?
That's kind of, yes, I believe that's what it is. Interesting. I'm seeing it right now on Steam. It's supposed to come out, end of April.
Meditative, narrative-driven simulation game about connection, nostalgia, and a quiet beauty of everyday life.
Oh, it sounds like my kind of shit.
It looks really pretty, Kat. You should go check it out.
And
it looks gorgeous.
You play as a college student who finds herself behind the counter of a cozy convenience store in a small town setting inspired by early 1990s Japan.
It's coming out on near everything.
Oh,
that looks.
This is not a 7-Eleven. It looks like a 7-Eleven, but it is not.
It's not a 7-Eleven. No.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People 90s?
Also search for Coffee Talk Tokyo, Convenience Store Simulator, Star Sand Island, and Tiny Bookshop. So it's in that vein.
Definitely.
Cool. Oh, I didn't read through the rankings. On the Podcast League ranking, I'm in first. Joelle's in second. Kat's in third. And then on the Community League, if I could scroll up to the top, Phoenix, Joelle, Jessica Starr, Kat, Darth Stridius, Offshore Meteor, Margot Plays, myself, NJK, Aria, Pat, Snake Fred, Stainsby Kingsby, and Ross Varnier. Ross, I'm sorry, man. You're sitting at like minus 5.67 actual points.
Wah.
That sucks. Alrighty then. We're switching around the order of things today because we're going to talk about Pokopia as essentially topic of the show. So let's play Game On right now. Catherine, you are the game master this week. What are you throwing at us?
Yeah, I'm bringing back Pokemon or insert name of thing because Pokopia.
Okay.
So I have names of brands and manufacturer for farming equipment.
Oh my gosh.
I have 3 of them and I have 3 Pokemon.
Okay.
And again, I put them in alphabetical order. And you need to tell me if it's somebody that makes like a backhoe or if it's an actual Pokemon.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh man. I don't know much about farming equipment.
Listen, it's about the vibes. It's about how the words sound at this point.
Yeah, and we're gonna guess based on the
And
1,000
I
Pokemon
tried to
that are out
stay
there.
away from. It's not all Japanese brands because I know that being a Japanese game, a lot of the Pokemon are just Japanese sounding.
Yeah.
So don't worry. I went.
Okay.
I curated this in 10 minutes this morning. It's well done.
I might have a slight advantage here.
Shout out to Wikipedia and Bulbapedia. You
you
two are the goats.
Hey.
Yep.
So
okay, Kat.
our first entry is Arbos. Arbos.
I'm going to say that's a Pokemon.
Arbok is a Pokemon. I don't think Arbos is.
It's an Italian agricultural machinery company
located
in Migliorano di Carpi. Leah got it. She saw the red herring. She was like, "No, that's not Arbok." Which, by the way, Ekans and Arbok, it's snake and cobra.
Backwards. Yeah, it's great.
So funny.
So smart. And I just like how some of the Pokemon just chirp, but then some Pokemon say their name, right? Like Pikachu, whatever. But then like I said, but Ekans is like, Ekans. Ekans. And then
I remember.
Arbok.
Yeah, I remember when Team Rocket's Ekans evolved in the show and it started saying Arbok, and I was like, it doesn't hit the same.
No, Ekans. Snake.
Okay. Sneaky snake.
Snake.
All right. Our second entry is Bonsly or Bonsly?
Pokemon.
Bonsly.
That's a Pokemon, yeah.
Yeah, it's tiny little tree guy with 3 little green.
Yes, it evolves into Sudowoodo.
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 Sudowoodo. It's a tree.
They're
cute. They're both really cute.
Yeah. I don't remember. They're Generation 4, so I played that. Played a game that had a Bonsly. Okay, our next entry is Gliscor. Gliscor.
Leah's hesitating, so I'm going to say farm equipment.
Me too.
It's a dual-type ground-flying Pokemon introduced in Generation 4.
How do you spell it,
from
Kat?
Gligar.
Spell it?
Gliscor.
Scor. Oh, it's like a bat.
Yeah.
And a crab had a baby.
Yeah. Weird.
It's a weird one.
Weird.
I'm not super. It is Generation 4. It's the same generation as the Sudowoodo.
Yeah.
Bonsai.
Oh.
Bonsly? Yeah.
Bonsly.
All right, we got one wrong, Joelle.
I got 2 wrong.
Oh.
She got Arbos wrong.
I got Arbos wrong.
But it's okay. I don't keep track score.
No,
anyway.
we don't. Yeah,
I am
score. Whatever.
Taking it personally.
Now that she's played a Pokemon game, she's like,
emotional damage.
I should know. I've caught 7 Pokemon.
Oh, all right. Our word 1, 2, 3. Our fourth entry. I know math. I'm smart. Is Kubota. Kubota.
I feel like they could go either way.
Kubota is the electronic equipment because my dad or the farming equipment because my dad has one. So I'm Kubota. I'm going to say it's a Pokemon. I could be wrong though.
Oh wow! All right.
No, wait, hold on. Kubota. Yeah, it's Kubota, not a Kubota.
It's unfortunately Kubota.
Is it really? God damn
it's
it!
A Japanese multinational corporation based in Osaka. Unless there is another company called Kubota.
No, it could be right.
It's the Kubota Corporation. But maybe
that's it. Yeah. Okay. With the orange logo. Yeah.
What do they make?
Dad, I didn't know what your tractor was
just
called.
Farm
tractors.
No, they're like
industrial lawnmowers
and Panasonic and
Yamaha.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
It's like Yamaha makes like farm equipment,
they make everything.
pianos, and super bikes,
motorcycles. Yeah.
What do you sell? Pianos, super bikes, and farm equipment. That makes and guitars. Maybe.
Yeah. Amps. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, our second to last entry.
So random.
Japanese diversification. They take that to heart.
Yep.
Our next entry is Raylor. Relor? I'm going to say Relor.
Pokemon.
Rellor.
I don't know. That one I'm unfamiliar with. I'm going to say Pokemon.
I'm going to say farm equipment.
It's a bug-type Pokemon in Generation 9.
Wow.
Relor?
Rellor. It's from...
what do you look like? Oh, okay. It's like a bug that like pushes like a ball.
It's a dung beetle.
As a dung beetle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, Kat, these were good pulls because Leah didn't. I thought, she got stumped on a few of them.
Oh,
I know. Goodness. She did not fall for our boss, Arbok, but after that,
yes,
it was
downhill.
Downhill from that, the story of my life.
And our last entry is Zetor.
That's gotta be a Pokemon. Zetor?
Yeah, it's gotta be a Pokemon because we've already had 3 farm equipment things.
Look at her meta.
You gotta play the system.
You counted wrong because it's a Czech agricultural machinery.
God damn it.
Let me double check. Yeah.
No,
I got
farm
3 in the
equipment. It's farm equipment. It's farm equipment.
Farm equipment, a Czech company.
Wow. A what company?
Czech, from Czechoslovakia.
Oh, I thought it was like Czechs are not farm equipment. Like they're pieces of paper.
Oh, they're known as Zetor tractors. Zetor tractors.
Wow.
Well,
this is so educational.
I know.
Thank you.
Well, how can we do this every single time with Pokemon?
It is insane how many applications there are for this.
Okay, well, you missed the one I made for celestial bodies. That one was a science course in itself. Like we were debating what's the difference between a moon and a satellite and stuff like that.
That's amazing.
It was one while we were on vacation. But if people are keeping track, so far I've done Pokemon or Metal Band.
Yes.
Pokemon or type of dish.
Yeah.
Pokemon or city name.
Yep.
Pokemon or plant.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon or celestial body, and now we got Pokemon or farming equipment. I don't know what the next one's going to be, but
I mean,
it's hilarious. Stay
who
tuned.
Stay tuned.
And shout out, because this is a trend we saw on TikTok, like where people were doing Pokemon or name of disease or Pokemon or
disease,
or pharmaceutical medication, stuff like that. And I was like, yo, I'm pretty sure I could find like some everyday Pokemon.
So funny.
There's just so many, and they keep adding more. Like
there's like 1,000 Pokemon.
There's over 1,000, and like every time there's a new gen, there's more Pokemon or like variations. Because like I just met 2 new ones in Pokopia, Mosslax and the. How do you sell the Pikachu one? Pikachu? I don't know. Is it supposed to be because he's pale? I'm not sure.
I don't know. You're way ahead of me. I can't wait to get to
Mosslax.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying.
Well, we're going to get into that now in a minute as we do our what we're playing as topic of the show. We'll be doing that right after this break. And we're back. Topic of the show is what we're playing. But first, especially because Kat's the only one not playing Pokopia right now. Kat, how goes your Dark Urge run in Baldur's Gate 3?
So I'm at the Elder Brain, and I didn't finish the fight last night. And then after dinner, I loaded the game to be like, I can finish this before the podcast. And then I realized my strategy's all wrong, and I got to start over again. But next week, I'm coming in and I'm telling you I'm done. And I could possibly, if folks are open, give a spoilery kind of like rundown of my choices and what happened.
I'm into that, and we can put a spoiler warning in it.
Yeah.
With
I mean, spoiling
stamps.
a game that came out in 2023, so.
I know, but still.
But yeah.
Just in case.
Just to see, and because it's like my first time finishing a run since they've added a lot of content patches.
Yeah.
So they've got different type of endings now. When I first did it, like the ending kind of wasn't all that great or was a bit random. And since then they've patched it a lot and patched a lot of the stories and a lot of the bugs. So it's been actually kind of like really fun to play it now that they're kind of like done fixing and working on the game. I don't think they were doing any more content patches or content updates or stability patches now. They're like, you got your game, enjoy. But yeah, I'll be done by next week. I'll probably be done tomorrow, to be honest.
Might be done after this podcast episode. Who knows?
No, I'm going to bed. Well, not going to bed like straight after, but like
winding down.
I know this can take like a good 15 minutes of like intense strategy. Then I'm going to close my eyes and all I'm going to see is fucking mind flares and a giant brain. Like, no thanks.
It's not what you want to dream of.
No. I'd rather dream of a farm run by Pokemon.
Well, speaking of that, since Joelle and I are the ones playing it, Kat is going to take the mantle and kind of run this part of the episode as we kind of give her answers. Because Kat is debating now, do I buy a Switch 2 or not?
Yeah. Because I think like these types of game, because at first I thought, Pokopia is going to be for me. Was that Ripley or Gibson?
That was Ripley.
Gibson's
Sorry,
out on the couch.
That's okay.
We're still working with her, but we gave her a pig's ear, and it was like relax, and then she's probably in her kennel and like upset.
No, it's okay.
We don't mind the dog barks.
I wanted to be like hi Gibson, but then I realized no, it could be another dog nowadays. But yeah, Leo, when you posted on Discord that this game is like Animal Crossing but on crack, and I was like, yo, maybe it's more of a Pascal game. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it is. Scratching the surface is what they've shown us. What is in that game based on what. And now, mind you, like I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, I kind of went a bit dark because I was like, no, I just want to experience this as I experience it. And I don't need too many leading things to get me into this. It essentially had my money as soon as it was announced.
Yeah.
And it is the easiest way to explain this game is if Animal Crossing, Pokemon, and Minecraft, along with a little bit of flavor of Stardew Valley, smushed together and made this magical thing that just sparks joy. Because everything about it is just wholesome and good.
So this is the perfect Leah game, because you just mentioned 3 of your obsessions.
I know. Hence why I said in the Discord channel this morning, what do you mean I gotta really work? Because literally, I don't know. This is going to take me down a rabbit hole. This is going to take me through the rest of the year. I can easily see me playing this hardcore right now. And then as we get closer to the end of the year and they start dropping in like other Pokemon and updates and things like this is going to take me to Gen 10. And I had a moment the other night when I was playing where I was like, am I in 2020? Because that's what this feels like right now. This feels like the energy of the magical times that we had during the launching of Animal Crossing New Horizons. I am not surprised that that's why this new DLC in the Switch 2 version came out January 15th for Animal Crossing New Horizons. So that it would leave, and they're not really working on anything, and they haven't announced anything new because they knew what Pokemon Pokopia was going to be.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that makes sense. Yeah. Because people were expecting a new Animal Crossing or a bigger announcement than just like, here's an update and it's on Switch 2. Because they knew, like, this game was going to steal Animal Crossing's lunch.
Yeah.
So it.
Here's the premise, okay? You awaken in this wasteland area as a Ditto that, somehow arrived here. The humans are all gone. You really miss your human trainer, so you decide to don their appearance or what you can remember of them, and you still kind of look like a Ditto, because anytime you transform as a Ditto, you still kind of look like a Ditto with that derpy face.
The little face.
Right. And so all of a sudden you come up across is it a Tangle? Oh my goodness. What is the Professor
Tangrove.
Tangrove. Right. You got it. I was going to say Tanglewood, and I was like, no, that's that's not right. Tangrove.
Tangrove.
And so Tangrove is like, hey, I haven't seen any other Pokemon. You're the first one I've seen in a very long time. The humans are long gone. And then you start opening the game up as you realize, oh, there's a Squirtle and he's really, like, he's dying. We need to give him some water. And you're a Ditto. So you start, mimicking these other Pokemon and they're what they can do. And as you go, you learn that you can start building these habitats to invite Pokemon to come back and repopulate the area. You need to then water things, break things, craft things, grow things, get more Pokemon to come along. And as you go, try to repopulate this barren wasteland to the glory that it once was before, filled with creatures that are your friends and help you do tasks. And then the game opens up. Beyond that,
there is the tutorial.
Yeah, that was
literally
the
tutorial.
Yeah, that's the tutorial.
And it is like I'm seeing little nuggets of nods to games of yore, the mechanics where I can see they pulled from other games, but like made them better. Like it's just crazy. There are 300 Pokemon in this game for you to bring back into existence. At launch, 300.
Shit.
And it's not like your Pokemon evolve. If you find a Squirtle, he remains a Squirtle. You got to make the right habitat for a Wartortle and then a Blastoise to come along.
Okay.
So like it's definitely, and there's different biomes for you to work in and things like that. And different creatures come to different biomes and all that kind of stuff. It is huge in potential to grow even beyond that as DLC, and I would imagine more Pokemon are going to come because they've already started a limited dive event this week with some Pokemon that are just available right now if you're playing right now.
Okay, FOMO on top of that.
I am like over the moon. Like this is easily game of the year contender, and I'm like, what, maybe 20 hours in? Maybe.
We're also in March.
I know, Joelle. This is obviously, like Kat said, the magical, mystical combination of everything Leah likes kind of packaged into one game. So we knew I was going to enjoy it. But you're new to the Pokemon series.
Yeah, I am.
So how is it for you?
So for me, I was like optimistic that I would like this game. I liked Animal Crossing. I played through the main story, but I didn't want to keep playing after that. I just don't have that like eye for like wanting to curate a whole island and like kind of make it really pretty. I enjoyed watching other people do that, but I'm not that kind of person. And I thought the premise was really interesting. I actually thought the story so far is very captivating and very sweet and purposeful. And so I feel like I'm really going to accomplish a lot when I finish the main quest. And I am very surprised at like how I never felt like very like emotionally soft towards Pokemon before. I was just like, I'm indifferent. But like now that I have to like care for them and I don't use them to like fight each other, I'm like, you are all my babies and I must like treat you the best and you must have the best things. And so like I'm actually kind of glad that like I don't have that kind of aspect to it right now, because I'm just like, I'm kind of enjoying discovering the different Pokemon and just being like, you're an adorable little creature that I need to care for and you're going to help me out, like get to my my end goal. And like, I'm going to be able to have you help me do things, and you're gonna I'm gonna help you, you're gonna help me. You really like me. I don't know why, but for some reason they're so complimentary and like very nice, and I'm like, they're just so polite. And they're really cute, and the way that they walk around and they talk to each other and they like do things, and they're like, I really like this Pokemon for this reason. Like, I really like this Pokemon for this reason. And I'm just like, oh, like they're so cute. And I like kind of like in love. And I'm like, I just want to make sure like you all have the best things. And then like, how do I make sure that you all have the best environment so that you can get bigger and be all the things that you need? So like I'm just I am surprised at like how much I really enjoy this game. I'm pretty I'm a little flabbergasted. I'm like, wow, I really like this. I just want to keep like I can't wait just to keep going.
Well,
So
that's a good point, because I find like Pokemon is a lot about the collecting aspect, but a lot of that is tied to battling, to leveling up and things like that. So if you don't want the battle aspect of like, I don't want to do like government sanctioned cockfights or dogfights.
kind of, yeah. I'm not that interested.
This is all about nurturing.
Yes.
Because like the original Pokemon is like, it's good, it's mechanics. If you look at it like in a mechanics sort of way, it's like min-maxing and it's great. If you look at it morally, it's like we're fighting and then I'm force breeding a Ditto with a bunch of people until I get the very best like DNA, like the shiny Pokemon, which is like actually like fucking eugenics at this point. So I can see like for a lot of people, if they can divorce from that, they're just like, it's just numbers. But I see like if you're emotionally attached to the cute creatures, you're like, what? So having a game that is just like, hey, you nurture them and it's like beneficial and we're going to rebuild this land together. But like, okay, I have a follow-up questions if I can change the subject.
Go right ahead.
So the beginning of the game is basically Fallout?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you don't know what happened to this world. I'm hoping you're going to start to know, because as you're going through discovering, searching, exploring, whatever, you do come across like nuggets of information, be them journals or pieces of paper or weird things coming from what I'm assuming is Team Rocket, because what else is Team R? So you're starting to learn what's going on. When you give your character a name, usually in a game, it's actually you are the trainer of this Ditto. So the Ditto that you play is just named Ditto, and your name is kind of getting inserted as part of the story because your Ditto is trying to find you and figure out what happened, right? So that is kind of different in that sense, but yeah, you're essentially like trying to repopulate an area, and some places are like barren wastelands. Other places you can see trickles of life that you kind of need to bring back, and there's like your normal mechanics that you would see in a lot of these simming games, like destroying and rebuilding stuff and farming and collecting. Like you still have the collecting mechanic because you're still trying to fill up your Pokedex in order to, because you, the Ditto, have the Pokedex and you're going around trying to find all these Pokemon. But then there's other systems that have been added into this. Like there's like an electricity system and there's some automation that I've seen little bits of from like showing up on social media that I'm like nowhere near yet. So it's going to definitely open up, I feel like, even when you get beyond the main story. So a typical day, this also another thing, a lot like Animal Crossing. This game is based on a day system, right? Okay. So there are things that take in real life time to do. Obviously, it's based on your Switch time, so you can fudge that if you feel like it. I'm not down that path yet. There's way too much stuff to be doing during the day right now that like I don't have enough time to do everything I need to do. But there's certain things like certain crafting materials. Pokemon can help you create crafting materials, and Pokemon can help you build facilities and houses and places for them to live and for you to live. So, or windmills and water wheels to generate electricity. Like Animal Crossing kept you kind of stuck to your little one land. In this one, you have I've got 3 different lands open, and I know there's like also kind of like Dream Islands that I've only visited once, and another one that's more like a creative build what you want and kind of go buck wild, where you would have your friends come over and visit in kind of a different land. But Yeah, it took all the best things from Animal Crossing and then Minecraft with like you go through and you kind of like dig up and rebuild and all that kind of stuff, the world and blocks. It's definitely got that block form, but there's way more blocks and types of land and types of grass that you did not have in the Minecraft game. And then there's a whole like farming and friend building system with the Pokemon and there's cooking. Like there's mining.
There's mining. Yep.
There's a museum system.
Yep.
There's like it's crazy how big it is and the pacing it's doing to kind of coach you through things.
Yeah, and I really like how like when the one thing that I get so irritated with even with Stardew Valley and with Animal Crossing is that there was a time limit on days. And like you had to stop and you had to reset and time had to go by. And to me, that would just really stop my flow of gameplay. And so instead of like me trying to decide like this is when I want to stop, it was more the game of like, okay, well, you have to go to bed and you have to make it to bed. Otherwise, like there's a punishment or something. And with this though, like they don't have that, which I love. So you have energy, right? And things take stamina to do, and you have to refill your stamina gauge after you do your after you do your action. And so you have to make sure that you have everything to refill that. But otherwise, like you can just kind of keep going, which I find so much better for me at least, of just like from a gaming perspective. And I feel like I don't have like, hours and hours, during the day because I'm at work or whatever. And so it's really nice to say like, okay, I'm going to sit down and play for so many hours and I'm not interrupted by like having to go to bed because I don't want to go to bed yet because I'm an adult and I still want to play video games. So I really enjoy that type of aspect of it. Is it kind of took away some of those, like in my mind, it seemed like limitations, and I understand why they're there for gameplay mechanics, but they just did a lot of things right that makes the ease of play really nice, where it's like this mechanic doesn't feel burdensome or grindy necessarily. I want to do it because I want to fulfill the objective of the task that I have. So like I want to make sure I farm resources to build the things to make pretty little gardens, and like I want to make sure that I get these make enough money so that I can give my Pokemon presents that they want. And so like there's a lot of drive, and I'm very incentivized like to keep going in a way. And I did see a creator online just talk about like don't get like too caught up in having to do all of the aesthetic stuff like too early. And at first I totally got sucked in. I'm just like, you have to water, everything is dry, and so you learn the water mechanic fairly early on. I don't think that's too much of a spoiler. It's like
no, it's the very first thing.
It's the very first thing you do.
Yeah,
but like you have to water everything, and I was like, oh my god, I have to go through and water like this entire thing. And I just was like, I got really into it. I'm like, wait a minute, no, I don't. But like my like OCD completionist, I was like, I need every square like to be watered, and so I've kind of moved away from that a little bit of not trying to like have everything be perfect. I'm just like, oh, the road must be totally completed. And but you can if you want to. Like if you want to do that, you go for it. Like you play this game how you want. But yeah, I'm really like, if this is my first Pokemon game, and I'm very happy that this is my first one. I'm like, this is great. Can we just have more of this? I'm just like, is there gonna be more of this? And it looks really good. Like
how does it run?
I've had no issues running. I don't know. I really enjoy the camera aspect of it. They could have totally gone Donkey Kong style with like because you have to like punch things to dig. That's where I'm at right now, and I was kind of nervous because I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna have this crazy effect? But no, they did really good. Like I'm really enjoying the aesthetic and the colors and the animations. And I did have to the Pokemon voice noises though. I was like, I hate their noises. I had to turn those off.
Oh yeah, they've been around since the OG game.
I couldn't do it. I was like, hey, this makes me so mad. So
well, just be careful though, because there is some moments where certain things happen that you might want to hear some stuff. I don't know if that's blocked out. I don't want to give it away or anything.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe just turn it down low.
Maybe I'll look one up, but this is so scratchy.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm like,
yeah. And also if you've got a lot of Pokemon in one area and you're working there, like
gosh,
they can be loud and obnoxious. I like when you were playing Pokemon and when you were looking at the Pokemon anime and everything, and you always put like these personalities and ideas onto these creatures that are virtual or whatever. And even in the Pokemon anime, they personify them more. But this is the first time where the Pokemon actually speak to you because you are a Pokemon. And their writing is really cute and
it's so cute.
Witty. And you can totally tell that they have personalities and they use slang. And yeah, there's some moments that I've seen some people catch some stuff and screen capture it and put it up on social, and I'm just like, this is exactly the wholesome stuff I need right now as the world comes down crumbling around our ears.
Yeah.
I didn't know what they would do with Animal Crossing to kind of improve it when they go and make the next Animal Crossing game. I'm like, what in God's name do you do now? This is it.
Yeah.
This is definitely it.
I don't want to play another Animal Crossing. I want to play more of this game. I want more of this. Like, a part of me thought about it, and I just was like, I actually don't ever. I just want this game. Like, this is the game I want to play.
This is the game.
I don't want to play Animal Crossing.
I've seen some people draw some conclusions that this is like Dragon Quest Builders. Now, that's a game I haven't played, but I've always kind of looked at. I'm kind of curious. I might try that next because I haven't played a Dragon Quest Builders game before. So I'm curious to see because that also kind of draws inspirations from some of the similar games and things like that.
Isn't that the studio? Didn't they make Dragon Quest Builders?
It might be. I know it's not the normal. It's like somebody else that worked with the Pokemon company to build this.
Yeah, it's not Game Freak.
Yeah.
No, Game Freak is definitely part of it. They produced it and whatever else.
Yeah.
I mean, it's their license and stuff, but they probably work with somebody else. Because, I mean, Pokemon's been working and doing different things with different companies over the years now because of, like they've got Champions going. They have Pokemon Unite. They got Cafe Remix. They've got, there's been so many different kind of like spin-offs from Pokemon itself. This is the first one that's been this in-depth. It kind of gives me like Pokemon Snap vibes and how that was different, but the Pokemon was the draw-in, but this one, I think everything kind of has staying power to keep you hooked.
I think it's pretty interesting when you're talking about the mechanics because, like, for example, removing a lot of like the stressors that you have in Stardew Valley, being the time limit, your energy, are you going to pass out? Are you going to lose everything? It's the age-old debate of, is Stardew Valley actually a cozy game if you need a fucking Excel spreadsheet and every day is a race against the clock?
Yeah.
I think it sounds like Pokopia kind of tuned into that and made sure it could make it as wholesome and as manageable and as accessible as possible. Because I think they know that probably the baseline age of the Pokemon franchise is much, much, much younger than Animal Crossing.
But they think they balanced it out so that people who have been and play these types of games on the regular and are heavy users that are, more mature, let's say, they're totally fulfilled as well. There's nothing penalizes you. In this game. I don't think you can lose out on anything. You can't faint and then lose money. You can't, if a Pokemon, the only thing I think is if you make a habitat and it's a rare Pokemon and you don't go over in time, but I haven't even seen that happen. And they've got like safety nets for that too, with like cameras that'll warn you when a Pokemon might be around. Like, I haven't seen a single thing yet. Like, even I've fallen in lava and it just respawned me on the block next to it. I've drowned because I don't know how to swim yet, and it just respawns you back where you're safe. There's you don't lose items.
There's no fall damage. You can just jump. Yeah, you just yeet up stuff, and then
I don't know if you drop items. I haven't tried that yet. If you drop items and they'll despawn or something like that, you could accidentally destroy a habitat for a Pokemon. and then not reassign them to that one or assign them to a house. And like their just happiness just drops a little bit. You can like go backwards in that sense. Like if you start like trying to reformat and you need to, reformat your area and move Pokemon around. But like it's easy enough to manage that it's non-detrimental and it'll just come back right away as soon as you redo the things that make them happy, right? The actions and items and stuff like that make them happy. So like there's no, like I don't think you can fail at this game.
No, it sounds like it's more about the breadth of the game and the type of Pokemons you could have tracked and really what Pokemon is about, which is the collecting aspect. So I think if they had a lot of punishment, especially for games like Stardew when it first started, it didn't have, Concerned Ape keeps putting new content, and now it's like getting even more stressed because there's a lot of variety of seeds and stuff like that. But when it first started, it was like you had 3 things to plant in spring and 4 things in the summer, and you had to move in the game to get more variety, more seeds, and unlock more stuff. Nowadays, it's like last time I played and I started a game and I went to the seed store, I was like, what the fuck is all of this, sir? So I think it just adds to the stress, the more complexity they add, but they keep the punishing mechanic versus Pokopia, which it's clearly about like, yo, this is Pokemon. This is about completing your Pokedex at the end of the day. And it's more about like the size of the island and the amount of stuff you're going to need to attract all these Pokemons is where you're going to start to have a lot of management and a lot of like mental bandwidth to manage. So why bother with, oh no, I fell in lava and lost my stuff.
It opens up slowly enough to you too as well that like you're not inundated, because sometimes when you go to a new spot and you open it up in Assassin's Creed and there's just like question marks and things everywhere, like there's definitely
get assaulted by the icons, like
there's
Witcher 3 was like that,
but you don't have to, like there's no rush. It's not going to disappear as your area gets more improved and you go up in the rankings, more things open up for you to buy or use or whatever, and like they pace you well in this game.
I was gonna say it is nice because I feel like if I find something new, I'm just like, oh, but I can finish what I'm doing quick, and then I can go and like keep going with that if I want to. And it's just kind of enough where I can go out on my own. They do also a really good job of like trying to keep you focused in the beginning, where like Tangrove is like, hey, you've gone too far. You need to come back and finish this. And you're like, oh, all right. Because it's just, you can just kind of like go off and do whatever. And then you'll get quests and like, something new is coming, which is really helpful. Because it's like, oh, well, I know I'm going to do that later, but I'm going to have to keep doing that now, which is kind of par for the course of other games. But I just think it's really fun, and like it looks really big, and it seems like it would be really easy for them to add on to different areas, just because your horizon kind of goes forever. And so, it'll be fun to see like what sort of, I just thought to myself, there's kind of like endless options here for them to do all these different types of events and DLCs and like all this stuff. So I'm just like, well, this is wild.
Yeah, it's so modular that they can easily add things in pretty simply. I mean, I have a feeling maybe there's like 5 kind of lands that you can go to. I'm not 100% sure, but I have tested the boundaries, like what happens when you go too far, and like this fog comes in and like you can't go past here.
Yeah, there's 4.
There's 4.
Okay.
Oh man, I've got 3 open already. Like powering through this.
I'm
sure. No, it's not. It's just the way that I'm kind of playing and jumping around. But that's the thing is you jump around to one. You don't necessarily need to complete everything in one before you go on to the next, because it's possible that you don't have the item that you need to build the thing to attract the Pokemon. So it's got that layers of like, it kind of anticipates you're going to jump around a bit.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And it's so... I wasn't sure about the exploration mechanic, and then I found easier ways. Like they don't tell you that there's another button to use your selection for your action wheel and like all that stuff. So there was just some fun surprises too, where I was like, I wish I could do this faster. And then I kind of poked around a bit, and I'm like, oh, I can do this faster. I was like, great, So it was, I guess like I'm just trying to think of like, do I have a complaint again, like not knowing anything about Pokemon, I don't like right now. I'm like I don't think so. Like I've seen other creators talk about what they wish they had, but they're big into these kind of cozy farm games. So for me, I'm pretty satisfied like all
Yeah.
around. Like I'm sad I have to be an adult and go to work. I'm just like I want to just keep playing this because I just want to like pick it up like during a meeting. I'm like I wish I could just play this like during a meeting because it's just easy enough to like go around and kind of get some stuff done and then I don't know, but
Yeah.
I could play it while what I call babysitting gauges, progress gauges.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And it's definitely like I usually play a lot of games too where I use the game as a reward, especially on a Saturday when Mike's out and I'm just like, hey, I'll play this for a bit. I'll stop at X time, go do some laundry, and I'll feel completed, and then I'll come back and play again. And like I was doing that all weekend, and it was really scratching that itch because it's like I do a task here, and now I'm doing a real life task. Then I'm doing a task in the game, and now I do a real life task. It's going to be a lot of hours into this game.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot wait to see how they do to open it up. You know, some of my favorite YouTubers that follow these kinds that play these kinds of games, like the stuff that I see them starting to post about that I'm not even totally looking at yet because I'm not there. I'm just like, this game has that.
Yeah, me too. I think like every day I'm like, I can do that. I can do that.
Yeah.
Wait, I can do that. And I'm like, oh boy. I'm like, I got so much to do.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I
do.
just want to play through the story, see how it goes. I hear more crafting functionality or easier decorating and stuff comes later. But at the same time, I'm trying not to spoil myself. But even like everybody's playing it differently. And like sometimes like there's certain things you wouldn't even know unless you accidentally stumbled across it or someone told you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Game of the Year contender.
Yeah, Kat, I don't know. You might want to. How long can you hold out?
I mean, fucking Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I mean, there
whenever that comes out, I'm starting to probably scrounge around. Yeah, I was talking about it with Pascal like this weekend. You know, he said like at one point he had a bit of extra money, so he was considering getting a Switch 2 so we could play Mario Kart. And then he was like, oh, the reviews on the new Mario Kart aren't that great. I'm like, well, you know, Mario Kart 8 was the greatest Mario Kart to ever Mario Kart. So it's going to take a few Mario Karts before they reach that peak again. So, but yeah, and I said, but Pokopia looks so fucking good. And he started laughing. But now that I've talked to you two, I'm like, he should be playing Pokopia. He's the Minecraft guy. He's the Animal Crossing guy. He's the Stardew Valley guy. He played he's like me. He hasn't played Pokemon since it's been off Game Boys. And he played Pokemon Go, so you know he's familiar with the franchise. He's not as into the franchise as maybe myself or you, but I think like this game he would get a lot of love out of. My follow-up question, because Animal Crossing was like console locked. This one, could you have more than one person playing the same game on the same console? Like, let's say if I want to start a game and he wants to start a game.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's just Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, like, you have different accounts on your console, and I would imagine someone else could play the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can play the same thing.
Yeah,
because I remember back in the day, the Pokemon cartridges was like you could only have one save per cartridge.
Oh, no, I don't. I'd have to, let me validate that for you. I can do that afterwards, but
I think that was just a limitation of the cartridge technology, right?
Probably.
To save the data and the fact that the game was so big. But I think since the Switch, it's just been tied to your account.
Yeah, so I have like 3 accounts. I have my main one, I have my fake Animal Crossing one, and I have one for Mike. But you know, when you open the game, you're prompted which account do you want to use, right? So I usually have it just in there. Like right now, I just have it essentially just suspended all the time. So I don't know, but I can validate that for you.
Yeah, because the reason I didn't play any Animal Crossing is because Pascal was playing it, and I would have to wait for him to let me erase his shit for me to try it.
A quick Google tells me that if you have separate profiles, you're fine. You can have as many saves as you do profiles on your Switch. So
there
so
we go. We could get it, and we could actually share it, unlike Animal Crossing.
Now, you won't be able to
Yeah.
play at the same time. You need two
No.
Switches to play at the same time.
No.
Correct. But you can play, if you have two people playing Pokopia simultaneously, but you cannot use separate save files. So, like, if you wanted to play at the same time in the same file, you can on two consoles.
Yeah.
You can do that. But, like, you can't go to his save file and he goes to yours. Like, you have to be on the same save file to play together because you can game share. There's a way to do that, and so that you can go and like visit other people's. Like, you're going to be able to do that. But if you're on the same console on different profiles, then you each can have your own save file of the game.
Yeah, that'd be my thing.
Yeah.
Because I think the only point is, like, if we're really into it, then it's hard to share. But the problem with Animal Crossing is, like, sharing was not even an option, right?
Yeah, like, I had that extra character that I essentially just invited over all the time, booted up the game, and I would go. It was on that one island that, like, I was control of. The main character was in control of.
Yeah, exactly. At least this we could, once he's done playing, or if he's taking a break, because I don't know, he resubbed to Final Fantasy 14, then I could play without ruining his shit, is my point.
Yeah.
I think that's a big draw for me as well, because I do enjoy a good cozy farming sim. Like, I really enjoyed Stardew Valley, Coral Island. What's stopping me from trying them all is at one point it's like it's a lot of the same and it's a lot of the same stressors. Like, I don't want to play Stardew Valley with a different skin. I don't want to play, like Stardew Valley, but we're in medieval times. I don't want to play Stardew Valley, but you're a witch. I don't want to play. It's. I need something new, and I find, like, I was like, okay, well, I don't want to play Stardew Valley, but I'm a fucking ditto who thinks he's a little girl. But now that sounds like, no, this is definitely exhaustive, and they've revamped a lot of the mechanics, and they're leaning into something else. And even though they remove, like, these stressors, it's not making the game too easy or too, like, why would I play this? They definitely found a different stick to hold the carrot, it sounds like.
Now, we'll see once we get through the main game what that means, and kind of what's the end game like, because that's going to be interesting to see. But Joelle and I are not there yet.
No, I was just looking at, like, the next game release. I think the one that really caught my eye would be the Diablo DLC in end of April. So I'm just like, I got a little over a month.
Yeah. Well, Timberborn came out in full.
That's right.
So I've got that to play. First Light, Moonlight Peaks are the ones that I actually have kind of saved in my tracker to know what I want to play next.
What I meant was, like, the post game, like, once you're done the main story.
Yeah.
Kind of like, is there still stuff to do in this game?
There's got to be.
There has to be.
There is definitely stuff to do.
Yeah. There's gonna, I can't imagine. There's just too much content.
It's 300 Pokemon right now.
Yes, there's 300 Pokemon.
Right now.
Good point. And they plan to add more. And they're probably going to add Pokemon Home support at one point.
Maybe. I don't know if you need to transfer, because you're, like, it's not like you have multiple Squirtles. You have one.
Yeah, you only have one.
One of
each. One of each. Yeah, apparently the main story it takes you between 20 and 40 hours to complete, depending on how, like, your pace and engagement is. So, like, it, like, to completion post game, the experience can extend to 100+ hours or more, as the game features extensive post credit content.
Nice knowing you guys.
So just delete that list of other games you want to play right off your phone.
Yeah.
Well, you won't need that.
Yeah. Well, if there's any travel or anything, this is going to. I'm glad I got Dredge finished before.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, ladies. Well, I think that pretty much closes out our show for this week. As always, you can check out the show notes at girlsongames.ca for links to stories that we mentioned this episode. I don't know if there's going to be any links this week. There was news that happened, but, like, we need to give Pokopia its time.
Yeah, we heard about Project Helix. It was a nice little logo reveal. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see more about that later. If you have the power to rate and review this podcast where you were consuming it, that'd be much appreciated. Why? It helps with discovery, pushes us up in the rankings, and any comments you leave help us build our show. This is also the moment where I ask the crew to shout out their social media handles so you can follow them anywhere and everywhere online. Catherine, where can people find you?
I am CSDSBINS on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, but mostly hang out in the Girls on Games Discord as I am trying not to be as addicted to social media.
Joelle, where can people find you?
People can find me on Instagram at JoelleLauren87, on Blue Sky at Joelle Lauren, but always hanging out on the Girls on Games Discord. Come and say hello.
And I am Leah Jew on most social media platforms, but of course you want to know everything there is to know about Girls on Games. You can track us down at The Girls on Games on X and Facebook. Just Girls on Games, no the in there on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok. Discord.me/Girls on Games to continue this conversation and more. But of course, if you ever want to know anything at all, you can track it down at our home base. That's our website, girlsongames.ca. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Joelle. It's been a lovely week in video games. Yeah, like I said, I'll see you guys.
Lovely week in one video game.
In one video game. It's going to be this one video game for a while. And like I said, it's going to become my personality. I'm sorry in advance. Until next time, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.